is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your July 2015 forecast for the month. I'm happy to be here. It's super early, and I appreciate your support with this venture, with this business venture, and thank you for tuning in on Facebook as well, and YouTube and Google+. I appreciate that, and if you're looking for me on Facebook, it's Audrey Alison, Astrology and Tarot. Let's start the top of the month, and happy birthday! Happy birthday, Cancer. We have a full moon on the 1st of July at 9 degrees of Capricorn, your polar opposite sign, 7th house of marriage, business partnerships, house of the others, the house of the significant other. There's also a house, it's also the house that we don't talk about too much, of hidden enemies. And when the full moon is in the 7th, this is the awareness, the culmination in this sector, you could be removing people that you are now seeing them for what their true intentions are at the top of the month. Interesting. Also, this could bring an awareness into your personal relationship if you're in one, or your marriage. Something that just needs to be seen, not necessarily reacted upon. The moon is about receptiveness. It's not about taking action. Just being aware of this and processing it internally, not taking direct action. Now, on the 8th of July, Mercury finally leaves Gemini. He's been there a little long, in my opinion, and he switches it up into the watery realm of Cancer, your sign. Now, this is huge for you because on the 8th through the 23rd, this is news, information, communication, speech, thinking, analysis. All of the contacts, clients, calls, texts, emails, everything that you need to get things off the ground is coming your way for 2 weeks and 1 day, from the 8th to the 23rd of July. You can get so much accomplished with Mercury in your first house. You could hear from people. Not so much from the past. That's usually a retrograde. You never know, though. But with Mercury, it's more about it's like your calendar will be so booked, not being able to say yes to everything. You know, you're so wanted in that time frame that you could just be booked and receiving a lot of information and guidance during that time frame. We have your new moon after that on the 15th of July, Cancer's new moon that you receive one a year at 23 degrees of Cancer. I'm just so excited because the sun is here now, and it's such a Cancer vibe. There's a lot of comfort and nurturing happening, a lot of comfort at home. This is a great it's your new moon for intentions. What do you want to achieve in a full year? Not just the 28-day lunar cycle. This is your full year new moon. Make your list, 10 things, 10 things that you would want to see manifest in a positive way on the 15th, if you're into that. Don't come from a place of lack. Come from a place of certainty, not from a place of need, if that makes sense, in your phrasing especially. You could say things that, I am so grateful that I have the best relationship that is available right now. And even though you don't, you can just be grateful for that experience, because what you're putting out, you're being matched back with. So you don't want to come from a place of too much lack, like I don't have this, and don't use any negatives in that speech either. Not, can't, won't. Try to emphasize that a lot with my clients, because it really is important in gaining leverage in life and making things work for you instead of feeling like things are such a struggle. Okay, on the 22nd, the sun leaves your sign, so no longer conjunct with Mercury, but he'll enter Leo. And now this, Cancer, you're probably having a very big financial summer, very big financial year with Jupiter in the 2nd house. However, the sun will enter Leo on the 22nd, conjunct Venus, conjunct Jupiter, and then Mercury on the 23rd will enter the party in Leo, all in your 2nd house of possessions, self-worth, money, self-value. This is game-changing money energy. So Cancer, something big's happening in your wallet, because Jupiter is expansion, Venus is money, and Jupiter's luck. The sun is the life force, God himself, shining the most powerful energy of starlight into this sector. And then Mercury is information coming through. There's a lot of money details that need to be handled from the 23rd on until Mercury transits next month in mid-August. So, money, money, money. That's what's up right now for you, Cancer. And there is a lot of it with Jupiter there. There's expansion. Also, with taking possessions out of the equation, this is faith and optimism and positivity regarding your self-worth and how you are feeling you deserve things. You deserve this money. You deserve recognition. You deserve love and support and generosity and trust. All of those things are coming through, and you're more aware of it now. You believe it more now, too. You believe it now because Jupiter is the belief system as well, naturally ruling the ninth house on the Sagittarius, the astrological wheel. So you have faith and luck and belief in yourself, which is huge, which then attracts more money. It's an attraction-based life. Now on the 25th, Venus, who's stationed in Leo, just reaches the 0-degree mark of Virgo before she realizes, no, I'm not done with Leo yet. She retrogrades on the 25th through September 6th in Leo, and then going direct on September 6th through October 8th in Leo. So she's really not done, because Jupiter will have exited out of Leo by August 11th into Virgo, and she's still in there stirring it up. She's just helping Cancer look her best. Actually, your money and the value of the self. You could be taking a lot of care of yourself as well, and doing a lot of nurturing, more than you already do, Cancer. Self-worth and self-value, self-nurture. On the 26th, Uranus retrogrades at 20 degrees of Aries. He's been there since 2010, so we're used to him in this 10th house sector of career. He's been trining Jupiter, though, with this money. The second house and the 10th house have this trine with you. A lot of surprise promotion, job change, and even upheaval have happened in the career for Cancer, because Uranus is both positive and negative. He's like a little roller coaster ride when he's in a sector in the 10th house. A lot of career changes, title changes, name changes, reshifting and reorganization in the company and the career structure as well. And suddenly, maybe abruptly, there's a need for more autonomy and individuality in the career sector for you. You don't want a lot of restriction when Uranus is retrograde. He's very independent and rebellious. So there could be some interesting career changes ahead for you as well, or just straight up retirement, straight up early retirement changes. Now on the 31st, we experience our second full moon of the month, which means it's a blue moon. 2 full moons in a month. The latter of the two is the blue moon at 7 degrees Aquarius in your 8th house of intimacy, and the 8th house of property and shared resources, and the 8th house of sex and wills, inheritances, and estates. The full moon will bring an illumination in this sector. Maybe some of your partnerships that you're sharing resources with will come to an end, that you're over certain aspects of that, or you want to establish new boundaries in your intimate relationships. There might be a new way of getting close to the partner, or ending a way that you're already getting close to the partner, so you're making room for the new. I want to get to the cards, but make sure you get out and see the blue moon on the 31st, because she'll hang brightly. Okay, for Cancer. Also, if you'd like to book with me, I'm at audreyallison.com. I read all through the week. I appreciate your patience in me getting back to you in just a day or two. And you can select your reading length at the PayPal button, and I will get back to you. Okay, Cancer. Here are your cards. Ace of Wands, a new endeavor, a new creative passion, maybe a new true love or a new passion in general. The Knight of Coins, the protector of your health and your wealth. The second house and the sixth house. We'll get to the summation shortly. The Star, recognition, 10th house, career. The 10th house where Uranus is. Recognition, retirement, getting seen, being seen. The Lady of Swords, music, poetry, writing, expression. The swords are the mind cards, writing, speech, even performing. And look, these two together, this bodes well for any musicians out there looking for recognition and some success. Now you have two other cards that came out. The Two of Cups, wow, Cancer. You're having some really, these two together, this is a new passion. And the Emperor, an Aries male, also where Uranus is in Aries, causing that career change. Also being your own authority and being the director of your own path. I feel some of you Cancers might be breaking free out of career structure and doing something very passionate and independent, whether it's writing, music, performance, creativity, but you're protecting your own health and your own wealth. And your coin, you know, your second and 10th house, you have protection over your money right now. There is a relationship, perhaps with an Aries male or a fire sign male. Actually, no, I want to take that back. It could be a relationship with an Aries, not a fire sign, just an Aries, because the Emperor rules Aries. But it could be that you're just becoming your own authority when it comes to partnerships. And how I said earlier, that full moon bringing an awareness of who you want to share your resources with and who not. This is discerning energy. Who do you want to be on your team? And you're the leader regardless. You need to be take more of the leadership role. Independence, the ace, individuality, the one, leading the way, an impetus. Maybe you're starting this career goal, you know, the 10th house of recognition and retirement and all things status changing and elevation and promotion. Cancer, you need to assert yourself independently in order to be seen. This will also help you bring in positive relationship energy. It also ensure your protection of your well-being if you continually assert yourself instead of being the one who lays back in the background. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. My name is Audrey Alison. I'm wishing you a sweet July. Happy birthday. And I'll see you next month. Have a sweet day.